Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing two skincare products from the CeraVe skincare line. And those two products are going to be the CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion. It's the AM. It's got a SPF of 30. And then I'm going to be reviewing the CeraVe Eye Repair Cream. And these two products were not sent to me for review. As a matter of fact, I purchased them about a month ago. I purchased four products from the CeraVe line, but I'm only going to be reviewing two today. I'm breaking them up into two different videos. There are two that I really like, and then there's two that I'm just not very crazy about. So I decided to put one of each in each video. One that I like and one that I don't like in each video. So anyways, just to let you know, I'm never going to jump on here and just tell you the products that I'm going to review and then tell you how my skin responded to them, because that's not really going to do you any favors, you know. We can't all possibly respond similarly to the same products, because there's just so many factors to consider. And the reason that we're not all going to respond the same way to different products is because we're all starting from different places. You know, we all have a different skin type, a different pH level, we're different ages. You know, age is definitely a factor in how your skin responds to certain things. Also, the climate that you live in, the time of the year that it is. I've noticed that some things that really work very well for me in the summertime do not work for me at all in the wintertime. Actually really dry out my skin in the wintertime. So like I said, there's so many factors to consider. So just because something works out really well for me doesn't mean it's necessarily going to work out for you. And if it does not work out for me, it just might work out fabulously for you, you know? So that's why I like to put a lot of information into my videos rather than just telling you how I feel about the products. Another thing that you have to take into consideration is the other products that you use as far as your, you know, skincare is concerned. If you're somebody who exfoliates every day or exfoliates often and uses Retin-A, your skin is definitely going to be responding differently to products than somebody who doesn't do all of that, because perhaps those products aren't going to be penetrating the surface of the skin like they would somebody who's always exfoliating. So this is what I'm going to do. First of all, I'm going to tell you about the ingredients that drew me to this skincare line in the first place. Well, actually, you know what drew me to the skincare line in the first place is you guys, because you have left so many comments. I got so many comments mentioning the CeraVe skincare line that I was like, there's got to be something to this, you know? So I really started to look into it, and there are just some really quality ingredients in these products. So that's what I'm going to tell you about first. I'm going to tell you about the three ingredients that really kind of drew me to this product line, and I'm going to tell you why each of those ingredients are really beneficial for the skin, and then I'm going to tell you about my experience with each one of these products. So if that makes this video long, I apologize, but I just really want to keep you really informed, and you know, I try to really educate myself whenever I'm thinking about things that I'm going to be putting on my skin. And so I'm just kind of passing that along to you. So a lot of this information is just information that I am regurgitating, you know, things that I've learned through my research, and then I'm just going to kind of share them with you. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and get started in that. Okay, so the first thing that I want to let you know is that there are three websites that I reference really often whenever I'm wanting to learn about, you know, products and ingredients that are found in products. One of those websites is Paula's Choice. If you are into skincare at all, everybody's heard of Paula's Choice website. She has got this wonderful ingredient dictionary, and it pretty much lists like every ingredient that you can find in any skincare product, and she rates it either poor, average, good, or best. And she gets a lot of her information through different studies and, you know, science and research and, you know, all those good things. So I really like to reference her ingredient dictionary. I probably reference it every day. I'm not even joking. Another website that I really like to reference is called FutureDerm, and that website is a little bit more scientific. It's a lot of chemistry is involved, and then they break it down for you in, you know, elementary terms, which is, thank God that they do that for you. But anyways, okay, so another website that I reference often is called RealSelf.com. And I just really love this website. Now, I reference this website for a lot of different reasons, but basically you can get on there and ask a question, and all of your questions are going to be answered by doctors. Or you can just type in some keywords and it'll show you questions that other people have asked. Typically, there's always going to be one that somebody else who has asked the question that you're wanting answered. And then you can read all the doctor's responses to that question. So those are the 3 websites that I reference really often whenever I'm trying to do research about ingredients and products and stuff. And so I'm going to go ahead and list those in the description bar below, just in case you want to reference them also. And you just might want to. It's really interesting. Obviously we are all on this skincare journey together, which I think is really cool. I mean, obviously if you are watching my channel, then you are either closing in on 40 or you're over 40 like I am, and you're starting to see some changes and you're wanting to address them, or maybe you're really young and you're wanting to get a head start on it all, which I think is a wonderful idea. But anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and list those in the description box below so that you can reference those too if you'd like. So first of all, let's talk about, I'm going to tell you about the 3 ingredients that drew me to this skincare line in the first place. And those ingredients are niacinamides, ceramides, and hyaluronic acid. I'm sure you've heard of all 3 of those before. There's a lot of hype surrounding them right now. Not to say that it's unfounded or unsubstantiated hype, but there is certainly hype surrounding these ingredients right now for good reason. Now, some of the others that are really common is obviously retinol, alpha hydroxy acids, glycolic acids, I'm sure I'm going to forget something, antioxidants. And those, obviously you always want to look for those in your skincare products. But these are the new ones that are just kind of circulating in the skincare world and on YouTube and stuff like that. So I want to tell you a little bit about each, and then I'm going to tell you how my skin responded to these products. So in both of these products, the second ingredient on the ingredient list is niacinamides. And the reason that niacinamides are so good for our skin, and let me just tell you, whenever I went to Paula's ingredient dictionary to find out about niacinamides, it's got a best rating, which is wonderful. You always want to find a best rating especially when it's second on your ingredient list. So the reason it's got a best rating is because, first of all, niacinamides are vitamin B3, and it is a vitamin. It's considered an antioxidant, and it also has cell communicating qualities or cell communicating abilities. So what niacinamides do is that they really help to increase ceramide levels in your skin. And ceramides are just a natural structural component of skin, and they really help to retain moisture, prevent moisture loss, keep the skin nice and supple and smooth and soft and firm. So what niacinamides do is they really help to just increase the level of ceramides in your skin. Another thing that niacinamides do is they help with microcirculation. And microcirculation is just kind of a fancy word for bringing blood to the surface and just getting everything circulating, and that's really important. I know that whenever I find a product that really helps with microcirculation, I love it. You just get this nice, beautiful, rosy glow. You can tell that things are working. Now, you really need to be able to tell the difference between whether there's microcirculation going on or if you are having an allergic reaction or if something's irritating your skin. And the way that I can tell is one of them is just kind of this overall beautiful, rosy, flush look to your skin. Another one thing that I have a bad reaction to is rose petals. And so when that is in anything that I'm using on my face, I get really red and really splotchy. So there's a big difference, and I think you can really tell just by if it's kind of an overall uniform or if it's just kind of red and splotchy. So it helps with microcirculation. And then the last thing that niacinamides do is they just really help to brighten the skin and to help with any type of hyperpigmentation or discoloration. So niacinamide, for it to have all those qualities and for it to be the second ingredient in both of these, that is just really impressive. Okay, so the next thing is ceramides, and I just kind of told you a little bit about ceramides. Ceramides are a natural structural component of the skin, and it's a lipid, and it helps to, like I said, retain moisture, prevent moisture loss. When it's applied topically, it helps to restore the natural skin barrier, and that's really important. So anything that's supposed to help keep the skin hydrated, obviously, is going to help your skin stay. The way that I remember ceramides is, even though it starts with a C, all these S's kind of help to describe it. It helps to keep the skin moist, soft, supple, and smooth, and like I said, firm. So ceramides are really good for moisture retention and keeping the skin really nice and hydrated and smooth. And once again, ceramides in Paula Choice's ingredient list are given a best rating, which once again, love that. The last ingredient that is found in this, in both of these products, is hyaluronic acid. And I'm sure you've heard that word before. This, once again, as far as Paula Choice's ingredient list, it was also given a best rating. So already there's 3 really, really quality ingredients in both of these products. Now, hyaluronic acid is a water-binding molecule. Once again, it's really supposed to draw water to it and help to keep the skin really moist and soft, and help to prevent moisture loss, and just help to create a really healthy skin barrier. Now, both hyaluronic acid and ceramides are considered skin identical ingredients, which means that they are naturally found in our skin. So applied topically just reinforces any of the levels that were lost, because as we age, obviously, those levels of ceramides and hyaluronic acid start to decrease, and that's why we get dry, wrinkled, old skin. So we want to replenish those with topical products if we can. So those are the 3 ingredients that really drew me to these products. Now let me go ahead and tell you about each of them and how my skin responded to them. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the product reviews. Now I'm going to go ahead and review the one that I did not like first. That way we can kind of end on a good note. And fortunately, I don't think anybody specifically suggested this one, which even if you did, if you suggest something and it doesn't work out for me, I hope nobody would ever get their feelings hurt, because some things are going to work out for you that don't work out for me, and vice versa, like I said earlier. So anyways, this was the one that I was not crazy about, and it's the Eye Repair Cream. And I don't know what it is about this product, and it really kind of bums me out, because there are, aside from the 3 ingredients that I mentioned, there are actually a lot of other really, really good ingredients in this product. Something about the combination did not work well for me around my eye area. It was actually pretty bad. So let me just tell you a little bit about it. First of all, it comes in a tube like this, and the way that the product dispenses is a little odd, and I'm going to try to show you if I can. I don't know if you can see that. It's a very, and I don't know that I can zoom in. Maybe I can do it with my editing. But anyways, it's kind of a really lumpy, it looks like it would be gritty. It almost looks like rice pudding or something. And it comes on a little, you can see some oil on the outside of it or on my skin, but not necessarily, I don't know. I feel like there's something about the combination of ingredients that don't blend well together, because it looks, okay, so this is what it looks like. Now, it also does not, see, now I can start to really, really see the oils. It never really gets smooth. It always kind of stays really kind of lumpy. But the way that a product dispenses from its container is never going to be a deciding factor for me on whether or not, I like a product. But I just found this consistency to be very, very odd. Now, once you put it on your eyes, I'm not even going to put it on, I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Once you put it on your eyes, the warmth of your body and stuff kind of helps to absorb the product. Now, it does absorb really, really nicely. And as a matter of fact, my immediate reaction to it was like, wow, I really like this. Once it's absorbed into the skin, it doesn't leave like a greasy film on the outside at all. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't even look like, I could see the oils when it came out on my finger, but I don't see it now that it's in my skin. It's almost like it was just absorbed immediately. So it absorbs really nicely. On top of that, my makeup seemed to go on really nicely over it. So I thought that I was really gonna like this product. Now, it wasn't until like later in the day that things kind of changed for me. And I used this for about 2 weeks straight. So what happened is, I usually put on my makeup like around 8:30 or something, maybe 9 o'clock. Well, around 2 or 2:30, I would start to check it. And it was so strange because, first of all, my eye area, all around my entire eye area, just looked super, super like dehydrated, like almost thirsty. I mean, it just looked like, whoa, what is going on? And then my concealer, it looked like it would be baked on in some little sections under my eye and then just completely gone in others. And it just did not make sense to me. And I was like, oh no, maybe it's the concealer I'm using, maybe it's the eyeshadow that I'm using, I don't know. But, I don't think you should have to, switch up all of your makeup items to fit your skincare, So, I tried it for a few days straight. Same thing, right after application, I thought, wow, this looks really nice. It feels good. It looked good. My makeup went well over it. Come 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, all of a sudden, it's just like my eyes look so dried out. So I thought maybe it's not, maybe it has something to do with my makeup. So I decided to start using it at night. Same thing, I'd put it on at night, go to sleep. When I woke up in the morning, like every morning, it felt really, really tight. And I thought, oh wow, this is really working. It's tightening my skin and stuff. When I looked in the mirror, it didn't look like a tightening, smooth, supple kind of tightening. It looked like the most dehydrated, just very crepey and creepy. Actually, it looked creepy, but it was so strange. I didn't understand. I still don't know why that was happening, or anyways, like I said, I used it for about 2 weeks, and after that, I just decided I can't use this anymore. I felt like I was doing some damage to my skin, and I actually feel like I had to do some damage control for about 3 days after that. Every night I slept in Gold Bond because that's really, really hydrating for my skin. I slept in it all around my eyes, all around my whole face, and then I topped that with Vaseline just to kind of replenish, my skin, especially around the eyes, with the moisture that I felt like was lost by using this product. I don't understand. I don't know what it is about the formulation that doesn't work well with my skin, and why it would dehydrate my skin rather than hydrate my skin, especially because of all the information that I just shared with you about those 3 ingredients. Not to say that 3 ingredients, like I said, this ingredient list is so long. So there's something about this combination that is just not working well with my skin. So I'm not going to use this again. It's just going to be one of those products that I'm just going to have to stay away from because I did not have a good response to it. You might have better luck with it. It's funny because one of the things that I did after, after going through my little experience, I went and I just looked up, different reviews on this product to see what other people were saying about it. And one website, it's probably Amazon or something, it had like 900 reviews on this particular product, and about 700 of them were really positive. And then there were about 200 that were really, really negative. A lot of people saying that it dried out their eyes. There was so many people who said that they developed something called Malaya, to where it was just all these little white pimple-like bumps all around their eyes. So there are obviously other people who are having undesirable responses to this eye cream. So it's not going to be one that I continue to use, unfortunately. So anyways, that was the one that I wasn't crazy about. Now this one, on the other hand, and so many of you had left comments about this, and I'm glad that I tried it because I really do like it. Now, there are still some pros and cons to it. One of them is that it's extremely, now this is the AM, there's also a PM. This one has sunscreen in it. I think I do want to try the one without the sunscreen, and just let me tell you why. The consistency of this is really, really thick. Actually, the consistency and the smell is exactly what you would get from a, just your typical everyday run-of-the-mill sunscreen. It smells exactly like sunscreen, and it actually has a very, very thick very creamy. I don't know if you could see that. Anyways, as you can see, it's very thick and very creamy. And once again, you do have to leave time for it to absorb. It leaves kind of a white film on top at first. And once it absorbs, obviously that white film goes away. And it actually absorbs pretty nicely. Look at this. I do have to let it sit on my skin for about 10 or 15 minutes for it to completely absorb. And still after it has absorbed, there's a shine left. Not necessarily, it doesn't feel or look greasy, but there's definitely a shine left. Nothing that can't be covered with, you know, a little bit of powder. So that's okay. So anyways, it's still a little bit white. Now I typically don't like to have to wait too long. I'm extremely impatient and I don't like to have to wait too long for moisturizers and stuff to absorb into my skin. But I'm willing to wait if I think it's a really good moisturizer. Now on top of it absorbing really nicely, it also seems to keep my skin feeling really hydrated. Now, I did try to take this up to my eyelash line, and actually I put it all around my eyes. It is way, way, way too heavy for my eyelids. It's just, no, it's not gonna work. It did keep them hydrated, but it was just too heavy and too thick for that area of my face. I think it was a little bit too thick for my under eye area as well. Now, one thing that I found to be extremely ironic is that when I used these two together, they both wore well under makeup, except for where they overlapped, which I think is so strange. So this one wore well under makeup, so did this one, but where they overlapped, it was like this giant, creamy, makeup-y mess that I couldn't blend in one direction or the other. So it was just kind of weird, especially because they're both made from the same product line. You would think that that you would be able to wear them together really nicely under makeup, but that wasn't the case. So that, since I didn't like that one, that one's going. Now I did try this with other eye creams, just other eye creams that I used. I think I tried it with like at least two different eye creams, and it worked out fine with those. So I thought that was really odd. But anyways, so I do like this product. I love the ingredients that are in it. I love that it has an SPF of 30. It seems to be very moisturizing. It keeps my skin hydrated throughout the day. It wears really well under makeup. The only thing is it's a little bit thick. So I am gonna try the PM version, and I'm gonna see if maybe I can find some sort of a mist sunscreen. If anybody knows of a mist type of sunscreen, please let me know. I feel like I've been searching and I just recently bought something and I haven't tried it yet, but it's not specifically formulated for faces. So I don't know. But anyways, if you know of a nice mist type of facial sunscreen, please let me know about that. So anyways, this I did like. Thank you for the suggestions. I appreciate it. I've got two other products from the CeraVe line that I'm going to be reviewing in the next few weeks. I've got a couple of other ideas that I want to do first. Now, so that's it. That's the end of this video. Yes for the facial moisturizer, no for the eye repair. And I don't know if there was another eye cream put out by this skincare line. I think this is the only one that I saw. I'd be willing to try another one because they seem to really include a lot of really nice ingredients in their products. So that's that. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye.